our student sheet for Activity 5, the 3-level reading guide, Conservation of Energy. So in Section 1, you were just supposed to check the statements or statement below that you believe agree with what the reading says. Sometimes the exact words found in the reading are used, at other times other words may be used to communicate the same meaning. So, for example, we have Statement A says some energy is always lost forever during an energy transfer. Well, if you know from our discussion prior to the reading, and also you should have gained an understanding through the reading, that we know energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed, can't be lost. Okay, so Statement A we know would not be correct or true because it says some energy is always lost forever during an energy transfer. Remember, it's just transformed into other forms of energy, whether it's kinetic to thermal, things of that nature. Okay, so Statement A is not true. Statement B, energy efficiency is the portion of useful energy that results from a transformation. So what that is saying is that, say you have something that is 70% efficient, that is the portion of useful energy that results from a transformation of energy, whether it's potential to kinetic, chemical to light, whatever it may be. So Statement B would actually be true here. Okay, hopefully we've gained that understanding through the reading. All right, and then C, conservation of energy and conserving energy are the same thing. Sound similar, conservation and conserving. You think that they do mean the same thing, but not necessarily. Conservation of energy is a scientific law, and conserving energy does mean to save energy. So, two different things, even though they sound similar, not true here. So, the only statement we would check off on would actually be B here. So, B would be correct. All right. Moving on to Section 2, check the statements below that you believe represent the intended meaning of the reading, very similar to Section 1, but there may be multiple responses here that we can check off on. So we have Statement A, heat is always beneficial. Now, whenever I see a statement that says always, that's a strong statement because that means all the time, 100% of the time. And I don't think that this would necessarily be accurate because we know that heat is not always, every time, a benefit or beneficial to whatever it is that's happening or that we are doing. So Statement A would be incorrect. Statement B, energy efficiency depends on the energy types involved and the exact process of the transformation. This statement would be correct because the efficiency of something does depend on what energy we're using and what exactly it is that we are doing. Okay, so the efficiency of our roller coasters depend on how we build our roller coaster, the types of energies that are used in the roller coaster, and how we go about constructing that roller coaster, and then the process of the energy transformation that is happening, like from gravitational potential to kinetic, and then that kinetic also a little bit of thermal and sound. So Statement B would be correct for us. And then C, Statement C, so we would check off on B as well. Okay, so check off on that. Statement C, a consequence of the law of conservation of energy is that the total energy in the entire universe is constant. What that means is that however much energy is in our universe, it remains the same all the time. Because remember, energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed, it's always there. It can either be transformed or transferred. Okay, so there's always energy there. Remember, even if it's just potential, there's still energy there. So Statement C would be correct because we know that energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed, it can be transferred, and it can be transformed. But there's always at least potential energy there in any and every object. Okay, so Statement C would also be correct. So you would check off on B and C for this one as well. Now, Section 3, that is kind of your choice. you would check off on either A or B. Statement A, new technology that is more efficient than previous technology always results in energy conservation. Or B, although energy efficient appliances cost more to buy than standard appliances, everyone should be required to use them. So you would check off on one of these statements, whichever one you feel strongest about being correct, and then you would give me a short response, maybe 2 to 3 sentences, supporting as to why you feel that to be true. Okay, so don't just check off on A or B, you also got to give me a short response, 2 to 3 sentences, explaining why you feel that statement to be accurate or true. Okay. Again, if you have any questions while working, make sure you reach out to me, and I will get back with you as quick as I can. Have a good one, guys.